Passionate, driven, selfless are some of the words that best describe the honoree at the Obafemi Awolowo Prize for Leadership Award ceremony, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina. The event, organized by the Awolowo Foundation, which took place at the Lagos Continental Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos, aimed to recognize, reward, and celebrate excellence in leadership while promoting good governance with respect to the life of the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo.
As I have stated during previous award ceremonies, in selecting winners, the selection committee places emphasis on characteristics of leadership and good governance that are in tandem with Chief Awolowo's values. Chief Awolowo was a leader generally acknowledged for his integrity, credibility, discipline, courage, accountability, tenacity of purpose, enviable vision, people-centered leadership, and selflessness.
Following a rigorous selection process, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, President of the African Development Bank, emerged as the deserving recipient of this esteemed award in 2023.
Suffice it for me to say that out of the many reputable nominations received, members of the selection committee unanimously considered Dr. Akinwumi Adesina as having in his career to date, in a large measure, the Chief Obafemi Awolowo's attributes that I have sought to describe.
Following this tradition, the choice of Dr. Akinwumi Adesina can only best be described as having been very well done. He represents the best of Nigeria, hard-working, diligent, brilliant, forward-looking, and deeply patriotic. I also should add, I've added that he is elegant, that his academic and professional credentials are truly intimidating.
Dr. Adesina's achievements are enough evidence to validate his decoration.
As I speak to you, thanks to the support of all of our governors that are here, we have already supported with $134 million the cultivation of 118,000 hectares of heat-tolerant wheat. We will, by the grace of God, this month, do 150,000 hectares of maize. By this wet season that is coming, we will support the cultivation of 300,000 hectares of rice, 300,000 hectares of maize, 150,000 hectares of cassava, and 50,000 hectares of soybean. What that means, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, is that we will be able, by the end of March, get at least 1 million hectares additional of wheat, with 4 million metric tons of additional food coming. That's why the African Development Bank launched another $3 billion to develop quality healthcare infrastructure across the continent, with special emphasis on primary healthcare systems, which in fact, if you fix primary healthcare systems, you probably will fix 85% of all the challenges that you have in the healthcare sector. We will continue to invest heavily right here in Nigeria, support the revamping of the pharmaceutical industry, and develop better health infrastructure.
The man we're celebrating is a man that we all know. And from the way so many heads of state came from other countries, that showed some good success story for me. Second thing is that Akinwumi Adesina was the Minister of Agriculture. So he believes in feeding the people He believes in feeding Africa. So to me, that's a man who thinks of the people, who believes that the right thing to do really is to show the way.
Okay, I'll take one or two in Nigeria. In Nigeria, he's able to, provide solution for inputs in Nigeria between 2021 and 2015 was highly incredible in the area of fertilizers. For Africa, especially African Development Bank, his ability to raise so much capital for the bank that has never been witnessed before is extremely commendable. I think it's somebody with loads of integrity, somebody whose character and values should be emulated by young Africans.
It is a well-deserved recognition. As the executive director of the Obafemi Awolowo Foundation made mention, this prize of leadership is to recognize, celebrate excellence. Akinwumi has indeed become a beacon of excellence. A beacon of professionalism, a trust of hope to over 1.2 million Africans. Since resuming as the president of the African Development Bank in 2015, he has chaired a lot of developmental initiative toward promoting the economy of African continent. In 2018, he pioneered the African Investment Summit, which has galvanized investment of over $100 billion into the African economy. So it's indeed a well-deserved recognition, and I want to use this opportunity to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the recipient and to thank the selection committee for recognizing an excellence, a beacon of excellence in bestowing this award onto him.
In celebrating Dr. Adesina's achievements, we are not merely acknowledging a leader, we are recognizing a role model and mentor who paves the way for current and future generations. Ifunanya Wachiko for Guardian TV.